Hello viewers, welcome to Eternal Bliss. You're watching Overview of the Old Testament Part 4. Anybody haven't watched my previous videos, the links are provided in the description box. You can go click on it and view. Part 4 consists of Books of the Prophets. During the years when kings ruled Israel and Judah, God spoke through prophets. Though some prophets did predict future events, their primary role was to call God's people back to Him. Isaiah, the most eloquent of the prophets, Isaiah analyzed the failures of all the nations around him and pointed to a future Messiah who would bring peace. Jeremiah. Jeremiah led an emotionally tortured life, yet held to his true message. He spoke to Judah in the last decades before Babylon destroyed the nation. Lamentations. All Jeremiah's warnings about Jerusalem came true, and Lamentations records 5 poems of sorrow for the fallen city. Ezekiel. Ezekiel spoke to the Jews who were captive in Babylon. He often used dramatic stories and enacted parables to make his points. Daniel, a captive in Babylon, Daniel rose to the office of prime minister. Despite intense political pressure, he lived a model life of integrity and left highly symbolic prophecies about the future. Hosea. By marrying a loose living wife, Hosea lived out his message that Israel had committed spiritual adultery against God. Joel. Beginning with a recent catastrophe in Judah, a locust plague, Joel foretold God's judgment on Judah. Amos. A country boy Amos preached to Israel at the height of its prosperity. His grim warnings focused on materialism. Obadiah. Obadiah warned Edom, a nation bordering Judah. Jonah. Jonah reluctantly went to Nineveh and found Israel's enemies responsive to God's message. Micah. Micah exposed corruption in every level of society, but closed with a promise of forgiveness and restoration. Nahum. Long after Jonah had stirred Nineveh to repentance, Nahum foretold the mighty city's total destruction. Habakkuk. Habakkuk addressed his book to God, not people. In a frank dialogue with God, he discussed problems of suffering and justice. Zephaniah. Zephaniah focused on the coming day of the Lord, which would purge Judah, resulting in a remnant used to bless the entire world. Haggai. After returning from the Babylonian captivity, the Jews began rebuilding the temple of God. But before long, they set aside that task to work on their own homes. Haggai reminded them to put God first. Zechariah. Writing around the same time as Haggai, Zechariah also urged the Jews to work on the temple. He used a more uplifting approach, describing how the temple would point to the coming Messiah. Malachi, the last Old Testament prophet, Malachi faced a nation that had grown indifferent. He sought to steer them from apathy. Thank you for watching, guys. If you find this video informative and interesting, you know what to do. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.